Hello again, guys, and welcome to another episode of On the Range podcast with Hogg Tactical and Kelley Defense. How's it going today, buddy?
Man, Mark, it's going great. Just want to thank the viewers, listeners out there for giving us your most precious commodity to tune in. I couldn't do it without you. Hey, guys, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a rating review. Help us beat this crazy AI algorithm that's out there, because I'm telling you, it's for real. If you think I'm lying, go ask the federales, because they went to old Zuckerberg and said, hey, man, turn down that Hunter Biden laptop story. And you can see the power of social, man, without a doubt. But we definitely need your help. Hit that subscribe, rating, review, thumbs up emoji. I don't care. Just leave us something to help creep us up in the ratings and rankings there. And while you're out there, just do me a favor. Swing by warhog.com, kelleydefense.com, sign up for our newsletters. Trust me, we will not bombard you with spam, although somehow I still get messages back that I'm sending spam people, but I don't quite get it. I think, again, Google, check your I still get stuff from Mark in my junk mail. So it's amazing. It's amazing the power these companies have, that in essence, they can drive things wherever they want. So just be aware of that one. Don't forget, guys, you can always go over to patreon.com/On the Range podcast. Become one of our patrons. We do a bi-monthly Zoom call with those guys. And, the thing that we're trying to do there is in combination. And, shameless plug, Mark, here we go. The firearm training notebook, right? So I do believe the majority of the patrons have ordered. I don't know if they've all received yet, but we're going to start probably using that, I'm for sure, during those calls, and just helping guys get 1% better every single day. I mean, we do it without it, but we're still, this is just a great tool that we can use. On that note, with the whole notebook deal, we're looking to build a community, guys. We want to make you 1% better every single day, or I should say, make yourself better every single day. And again, use that hashtag TFT Tango Foxtrot Tango Notebook. Man, if you got the book, you got some drills going on, however your range session went, just quick photo, stick that hashtag in there, and just help build that community. And don't forget, we've got OTR training on demand. It's on both of our homepages. You can go check that out. Tell your friends, tell your family, if they got Amazon, Fire TV, Roku, they can check us out there. So just help us spread the word as far as the whole OTR universe goes. So I think that's all of my housekeeping there, buddy.
Wherever you are, guys, thank you for making this part of your day. And the book has been great. Matter of fact, we've released a couple of videos. I know you had one out there shooting some plates. You were doing some stuff, and that's going to be coming out soon.
The plate. So not to let the cat out the bag, we can't quite release that video yet.
No, it's coming.
It's definitely coming. So there's some other things, some timelines that got to be met beforehand. But all that stuff will be out there. So it'll be good stuff coming here soon.
Yep, I put one out on a dry fire drill. Already generated, speaking of the Patreon page, already generated some conversation about what I did, and they don't feel that they're doing it correctly, and they're not getting what they think they should be out of. So what a great conversation. And you brought up a great point, too, with the firearms training notebook, is the accountability. Police agencies, in your social group, in that community that we're building with the hashtag, that accountability for just yourself. This all boils down to you. You have a choice. Do you want to be better at something? Yep. You got to get up and you got to do it. Or if you don't, then you're not going to get better. This is a tool that's going to help you and guide you in the right direction and give you those tangibles. That video came out. You can go and join the Patreon page and get that right away, or you can go to OTR on demand. It's there right now. So, hey, man, that notebook is flying off the shelves, as far as we're concerned. But, man, it's been really good. And hang in there, guys. I know some of the delivery and some of the shipping was a little slowed, but it hasn't been that bad. Hasn't really been that bad. I haven't seen anybody over a week yet. Now, we do have some folks in the Patreon group in the UK and stuff. That's a little different. So, just hang in there, and it's going to come in. But great support with that.
Yeah, and, on that, Mark, we talked about, accountability. What a great tool, because we've mentioned this before. We want to change law enforcement firearms training. And I personally believe, and I know you're in the same boat, that this notebook is the way to do it. So think about it. If they start at the entry level at the academy, hey man, here's your firearms training notebook. Annotate your stuff. See your drills. You get done that rain session or at lunchtime or whatever, jot some notes in there. Hey man, I'm screwing this up. I'm doing this, or I learned this, or whatever you want. It's your reference tool to make yourself that 1% better, at least as far as the firearms training portion goes. So yeah, man.
Yeah, just good stuff. So, but today we got a show. We're going to get off of that a little bit. I'm sure we'll talk about it some more because we love this thing. We're really proud of it. The firearms training notebook, the firearms training notebook. But we got a fun story. A little desperate, screams a little projection, screams a little Eastern Bloc Cold War.
Oh yeah.
But about a year and a half ago, we had a discussion on this very show. And we were talking about the price of housing and some of the other issues that were affecting people not wanting to move into California. We had talked about it. Let's face it. I mean, the price of housing is out of sight in California. Just terrible.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Yeah. And the crime is still spiking out there. Well, they decided, somebody, and we're going to get to the bottom of this now. You have to forgive us a little bit, guys. We didn't see this right away. I can't believe it escaped us, but it did. These billboards, you guys that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, you're going to get a real treat. These billboards, this campaign, Don't Move to Texas. Many of you, I'm sure, have heard about it. These billboards are popping up all over the place. Now, I don't know exactly how many, so don't inundate us with stuff that we're a little ill prepared here. But the writing's on the wall, so to speak, or on the billboard, and I quote, for those who are not watching on YouTube, "The Texas Miracle died in Uvalde. Period. Don't move to Texas." These are popping up all over California. I believe this particular photo that we have is from San Francisco. Now, I don't know if this is government sanctioned, government paid for. I seriously doubt it, but I don't know. Well, because imagine that.
Well, here's the thing. What would an average citizen, who cares, right? Let's be an honest broker. There's got to be some type of government behind it because let's be an honest broker. California is bleeding at the seams by people bailing. People are getting out of there. Well, I should say, let me rephrase. Your conservatives are gone, right? They're pretty much packing up and leaving because that place is a sinking ship. So to me, that screams, let's just call it East Germany, California propaganda right there. Don't leave. No, stay here. We're the best ever. How about this? You want to talk about Texas? Uvalde, okay, wow. Well, that's a minute, and I'm not downplaying what happened there. Let's look at what's going on the southern border. That thing is a train wreck, all driven off the federal government, right? So you want to look at one incident of one thing that happened. Why don't we say, if it were me, and I'm going to sit there and persuade people, you don't want to go to Texas because, man, them cats are pouring in left and right. And there's God knows how many rapists, murderers, terrorists, fentanyl rolling across that border. How about that would be the concern. But you want to say the Texas Miracle died in Uvalde? Give me a break, dude.
Yeah, it's absolutely in poor taste, just because of the devaluing of life and making it more of a political issue immediately. First it was the guns. Now it's, come on, man. I mean, you're using the souls of these children to push across a political point. And this is political. They don't have the income coming in anymore, and they're losing their businesses, like you said. They're losing their conservatives who, save money, make money, save money, hire people. Those guys and gals are all leaving. They are leaving in the basket loads, and this is their attempt at trying to stop that. It is terrible.
But you've got businesses bailing out of California as well. Because they allow crime. Like I think CVS, I forget how many shops. CVS just said, you know what, we're done in California.
I think they left I think they left the state. Yeah. Yeah. They're doing it in New York City too. And and the thing about this as well is, I don't know the exact numbers. I have seen them before because I've looked it up. but I can almost guarantee in the last 50 years, mass shootings, school shootings, I would almost guarantee if California is not number one, I would be shocked. I would be absolutely shocked. And we've also talked about, so let's just say that's true. Let's say that Mark Kelley and Rick Hogg are correct, or at least we're close on this one, guys. Give us a break a little bit just to hear this point. We always bust the chops of the eastern seaboard over here, going up the eastern, New England states and busting their chops because they're a pain in the neck when it comes to firearms. But I can almost guarantee there's not another state in this country that has more laws as a whole state than California. No way. They've got to be number one.
Actually, it's New York. New York's the worst.
Is it?
Yeah.
Restrictive wise? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they've got to be up in the top 2 or 3. They got to be.
So, yeah, they're like in the top 3. Here's the only pro I can give California. California does have one unique gun law, if you want to say, and that is, as a non-resident, I can bring any non-California compliant firearm into the state.
Right.
As long as I don't sell, transfer, or leave it in the state, I'm good to go. So
yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah, and it's not like, so if I try to go, like, let's say to New York with a non-New York compliant, pistol rifle, and the coppers catch me, I'm wearing some silver.
You're going to get
bracelets,
pinched. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Where, at least in California, hey, dude, I don't live here. I'm coming and teach a class and I'm gone. But no, but here's the thing even with all these laws, right? They're not enforced. It doesn't matter what you all have on the books. You can pick California, you can pick New York, you can pick Massachusetts. All right, dude. So if you've got a guy that does an armed robbery, where's the firearms charge? It's never in there. So it's, and then you've got, New York. I think it was New York just, they're adjusting their criminal statute legislation where now attempted murder is not a felony. They're going to bump it down to
I saw that.
I saw that. I'm like, have you guys lost your minds? We are sitting here this day and age. And again, why more Americans are not in an outrage, I don't know. I don't get it. You basically got women devalued. We've got kids out there that are being abused by their parents who still believe in either Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny. Yes, because Santa's still real. The Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy. And then they're suckering these poor kids, or probably not even without a choice, going to get them chemically castrated, junk removed, stuffed, whatever, injecting all these chemicals in kids. How about we put them parents in the clink? How about we bring that up? How about we save our kids? It's crazy that you look at society. You got California out there going, the Texas Miracle died in Uvalde. Okay, so you're basically playing on kids. I mean, what is this whole thing on using kids for your agenda? I don't get it, man. And I tell you this, if that's a Newsom-driven thing, dude, put some silver bracelets on that cat and freaking haul him away, man.
Yeah.
Because
that's something that we're going to have to look into, because at the very least, let's say it's some kind of campaign by some organization that's not governmentally funded. Okay. Let's say they're not funded by the government.
Mm-hmm.
That advertising company had to okay this going up. Whoever owns those billboards, they had to okay that going up there. I'm sure they have to have, there's got to be some, dude, there's guidelines, out the wazoo on the internet. You don't think there's guidelines for these billboards? I don't know. I'm guessing they are.
I should try this, right? Here's what you do. Let me go try to put that out as either a Facebook or an IG post. Let's see what happens there. They'll probably shut my account down. They'll probably go, "Oh, you violated the community standards." No, dude. I'm just posting what's in California. I mean, it is unbelievable where we're at this day and age that nobody bats an eye. But my gut tells me, Mark, that is going to be backed somewhere by some portion of government within the state of California. May
Yeah.
not be at
And
the state
I don't
level,
know if
right?
there's people, screaming to have it taken down in California. I don't know if there's residents. I don't know if there's governmental bodies telling them to take it down. I don't know enough about the
Dude,
story, but I seriously doubt it.
But nobody cares. Let's be an honest broker. Nobody really cares, and that's the part that blows me away. And I hate to say it, ladies, you pretty much gave your rights away, right? Why weren't the ladies screaming when they're like, "Hey, we're going to let dudes participate in your sports"? I mean, you got the majority of this country. You should have been up in arms, right? I mean, we're sitting there abusing kids, and you've got, I think, 5 pediatric hospitals in this country that will perform these transgender, procedures to kids. Why are they not calling, social services to report these parents? Who are these docs on board? I mean, just look at it. It is so twisted and demented. Yet, I guarantee you this thing, that sign there, nobody in California even, whatever. Or you probably got some people, hey, what's this Uvalde thing? I guarantee there's people even in the dark on that. So
yeah, and we've talked about before how beautiful the state is, how much they got going for it, and there's a lot of great things about the state. A lot of great people out there too. Working hard every day, and they're not down with this. And I feel for them. I do. And it's not easy. It's easy for me to say just pick up and leave. It's easy for me, but obviously, that is occurring. It's that bad where people are just picking up and leaving their whole life and just moving out to Texas. Smooth sack summer is slowly coming to an end, fellas. If you haven't been scaping this summer, it's not too late. It's not too late to clean that up. Support for On the Range podcast is brought to you by Manscaped.com. As the summer comes to the end and fresh ball fall is approaching, the leader in below the waistband grooming is here to make sure that you are smoother than a beach ball and smell fresher than your girl's pumpkin pie spice latte. You can join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer of 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the our promo code, OTR20. Now, if you haven't experienced the Lawnmower 4.0, you're missing out, men. You're missing out. Do yourself a favor. Go to manscaped.com and check out the Performance Package 4.0. That has everything you need. It comes with a great bag, the shed, so you can put all your tools in it. All kinds of other products that you can choose from. They also have boxer drawers. They have the Crop Reviver Toner. And that bag is awesome. It's the premier package that they offer, the Performance Package 4.0. So go check it out. Again, visit manscaped.com. Use the promo code. Guys. Don't miss out. OTR20. Save yourself 20% and free worldwide shipping. Trust me, the ladies will love you for it.
Yeah. And the thing is, I forget who I was talking to, but it's easy to say, hey, just grab your stuff and go. And they're like, Rick, you don't get it. I'm established here. My job's here. My family's here. Yeah. I completely get it. You're going to try to pick up everything. And, is Texas the place to go? I don't know. Is Florida, is North Carolina? I mean, I don't know.
Tennessee's a big one, but a lot of people going
Tennessee. There. But the point being is it's just getting to a point versus putting these stupid billboards up. Why don't these states take a step back and go, hey, what are we doing wrong? And it's funny because old Brandon gets on there today. Now Brandon wants to freaking fund the police. He wants to,
well, elections are coming.
Yeah. 70 days, 70 days out from the reckoning that's about to happen.
Yeah, the midterm.
Now you want to sit there and go, hey, we want to get 100,000 cops. Listen, dude, it's kind of like you and your freaking green mobiles. It ain't going to happen because you've so crushed people. They want nothing to do with law enforcement. And those that join, my hat's off to them. But right now, unless you do get the societal change 180 and get the respect back for law enforcement, you're not going to get 100,000 people. You're not.
No.
So
you're not going to have that many people even interested in doing it, let alone finding qualified applicants. It's just not going to happen.
No,
it's not going to happen.
The only way it does happen is with a complete change. And I'm sorry, but 70 days out from midterms is not going to be your change. You've let this crap brew. You've let this society get out of control. You've let it where, you had the government on board, defund the police. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back in that. And now all of a sudden you want to sit there and do a 180 because crime is so out of control. I mean, the southern border out of control. And then you get these mayors complaining, "Oh, we've got all these illegals here in my city." Well, and hats off to Texas for shipping them out. It's like, hey man, go up to DC, go in front of Brandon's house. Oh yeah, he's going to build a wall that's going to cost you and me $500,000. It's just, the hypocrisy of the government is out of control. And then don't forget, we want to get 100,000 officers, but don't you worry, guys. What do we got? 78,000 new IRS agents coming on board. Come on, man. It's just out of control what's going on. And I hope, guys, here's the thing. I hope you're educated. I hope you're looking at who's running, because it's not the person. You're voting for the guy that's going to represent you. And the problem is all these cats talk about me, 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 me. No, dude. It should be we. Or, hey, the residents of, district whatever in the state of X says this. They're, these representatives and senators, they are the voice for their constituents. That's all. It has nothing to do with their political agenda. Although, yes, it is. Because, you look at old Nancy sitting there with what, $100+ million, passing her old man
she's
trade secrets, right? And that's on the back of people of California. Yet you still keep electing her in there. What's wrong with you people? Yeah. And then you want to put that sign up. I mean, I don't get the maddest, brother. I don't.
Yeah. And another thing too is it seems like the momentum that the conservatives would have had has slowed. It has slowed dramatically. I'm not so sure about them taking the Senate anymore. I don't think they could. I think they'll definitely take the House. I don't think it'd be as easy as we thought it was going to be, but they'll definitely take the House. I don't know if it's going to be as many as we thought, because I thought it was going to be up there like 25 seats. But I don't know about the Senate. It's going to be tough.
I think people, here's the bottom line. The American people aren't stupid, right? And let's think about it. If you're going after a former president of the United States for nothing, right? For nothing. You don't think they can come after you? You don't think them new, 78,000 IRS agents. So let's be an honest broker. By the time this thing's all said and done, according to my calculations, you got about, one agent for every 33 people or something like that. I think if my math,
those who
right.
are of filing age or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
somewhere
it's
around
astronomical.
There. And I'm sitting there going, what? So now that you can sit there and here's the thing, you want to audit me? Great, audit me. But you know what? You better be auditing all the cats sitting up there on the hill as well. And by the way, when you're sitting there, auditing me, make sure you audit old Hunter's laptop there. Let's go find out where the nuts and bolts of that freaking mess is coming from. But I think the American people, I mean, they're fed up. They're fed up with, the way the government's doing, the manipulation, the FBI telling Facebook, hey man, sequester this. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just, it's out of control. And if I were king for a day, I would social marketing done, Google done, These companies are way out of control. And think about it. If you're, we chat about it all the time, right? You'll be sitting there having some conversation, and then magically that ad's popping up on your phone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How'd that happen? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, tell me that hasn't happened to you guys out there. I'm telling guys and gals, it happens. It happens all the time.
I've tried to Tom trickery that thing. It don't work. But anyway, here's the biggest thing, guys. Doesn't matter what state you're in. You got to get out there and vote. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. You should be, and again, this would have to be driven at a state level, but push your state representatives. Tell them you want to show an ID to go vote. I mean, what was it? I think it was the Davis bill or Davis law they're trying to pass where you don't have to be a resident to vote. I said,
oh, yeah.
Whose crazy idea is that?
New York City allows it. In New York City allows it.
To me, this is where we as Americans need to stand up to the plate. Really, you want somebody else who's not a citizen swaying what we do? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know of another country I could go to and go, yeah, I'm just here on vacation, but hey, I want to cast my ballot. They got to tell you to get bent.
If you're even allowed to vote in most countries, you know what I'm saying?
Well, if you're not a citizen,
getting your hands swacked off, you're definitely not going to do it if you're not a citizen.
No. So,
yeah,
I would say if you're listening to my voice, pick up that phone, send an email, hit your state, keyword being state representatives, and tell them you want legislation for that state that forces you to show some type of government ID of who you are. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Not a thing. So think about it.
You got to show your ID to get on an airplane.
You got to show your ID to get on an airplane. You got to show your ID to get a gun. You got to show your ID to get a drink. So all these people that want to balk and go, you're oppressing people because they don't have an ID. Well, I'm sure you want to sit there and drink when you're 21, right? You're going to get some type of, you can get a state ID. Doesn't have to be a driver's license. I know the state of North Carolina will give you an ID.
Oh, sure.
Just go, hey, prove this is who I am. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I don't see the big deal. Yet these people want to sit there and balk at it. So that just tells me if you don't want somebody to prove who they are, what are you trying to hide?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, a lot of that I lay on the burden on the citizen. You want to vote? Go get yourself an ID.
Exactly. You want to go, it's kind of like this, right? You want to drive a car, you got to pass test. All right. Here's your identification.
Or you don't. If you don't, then you're not going to be driving legally.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you sit there and go, well, I don't want to drive. Okay, that's cool. But when you turn 21, you go, hey man, I want to go down to the liquor store and buy me a drink or go to the bar or do whatever you're going to do. You better have something. And it's not a birth certificate, right? You got to have some type of state recognized ID to go, this is who I am. So, or go get your passport, open up the world to travel.
Yeah.
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 So
it's a big giant blue marble out there. Big blue marble. Remember that TV show? Oh yeah. What a great TV show.
Oh man.
So yeah, anyway, guys, we're not bashing on our brothers and sisters out in California. We love it out there, and it just screams desperation. And I know I feel for you. I hope everything's going on okay. Yeah, you're hanging in there. God bless.
Dude, when I go to California, and this is just for me as a non-resident, dude, it hurts. It hurts because everything costs more. You sit there and go, all right, cruising around in my rental car, and I gotta get some gas, dude. I mean, I don't know what their gas prices are now. I was out there during the old China virus lockdown crap, and I mean, I was paying over $5 a gallon back then. And I mean, it's just everything costs more. That's just California.
Dude, we had to hit the plasma center across the street.
I need a couple bucks.
Fill up the tank.
That's it, man.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, guys, if you've seen this billboard, go ahead and leave us a comment below. Also, if you got the book, leave us a book emoji. And
There you go,
tell
buddy.
us what you think. Hey, we're open for the criticism. We want this thing to be, improve, evolving and improve as much as we can. And your criticism and your suggestions is a big part of that. The Patreon group, they were a big part of that. There was a couple things that they helped us out with, and man, big shout out to those guys. So yeah, make sure you check that out. Make sure you go to warhog.com and kelleydefense.com and make sure you check out all the industry partners. Check out those promo codes. A lot of great companies. They do a lot of good things. Most of them, some of them are veteran owned, but they all support law enforcement and veterans and the things that we do with our outreach for trainings. Like I said, many of those training events that we put on have been free because of these companies, and they made that happen. So big shout out to them. Go to our pages and use those promo codes. So one more time, the Patreon group. Go ahead, Rick.
No, I was going to say one last thing. If you guys picked up a copy of the Firearms Training Notebook, do us a huge favor, right? So we ask you guys a lot. Just swing back by Amazon, once you've used it. Leave us, that whole Amazon review thing. But because again, guys, everything is all AI based, right? And if we're just sitting there going, yeah, you guys are getting sales. Okay, cool. But really what follows things up are those Amazon ratings and reviews. So that again, maybe it's somebody that's just kind of cruising through, hasn't seen it. It'll help pop up. So just do us that huge favor.
Yeah. The more we learn about it, the more things like that, we understand how important they are. The ratings are huge. Sales are big, those initial blasts of sales. And here's another thing too. If that's something that you look up and if you give us a positive rating, you're going to get additional things in that genre sent your way. And that goes with all your friends as well. So make sure you tell them about it. And that hashtag that Rick came up with, this was a great idea that Rick had about the hashtag Tango, Foxtrot Tango, and then notebook spelled out. So TFT notebook. Anytime you post it on any social media, go ahead and throw that hashtag on there, and we're going to start generating some stuff. I've noticed that I don't know if you have to have a minimum number of folks using that hashtag before you start to see the ability to follow it and start seeing other posts from that. We'll have to look into that a little bit. I'm not seeing a whole lot of activity, and I know we've done several, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But the TFT notebook hashtag, start using that, guys. Even if you just put it in something that's related to what we do here or the podcast, go ahead and throw that on there as well. Get some movement on that and make people aware of it. So, but yeah, man, I want to throw out this one promo code that Rick got us. Aimpoint has a promo code, Warhog5, WARHOGG 5, the number 5. Great stuff. Aimpoint makes an amazing product. Rick always says he bets his life on it. He has in the past. I've used them. Same here, man. Not been easy on them, and they've never, ever given me a problem or failed on me. Now, we kept up with the batteries. We've talked about that. Kept on that. You got to do your maintenance. But what a great product. And there's not a whole lot of these promo codes out there.
No. This is one of two that Aimpoint has given out. So they're not just passing these things out, so that's a big deal for you guys. But no, just as far as the hashtag, Mark, right? The whole intent with that is where guys, again, it's accountability. So if you think about it, why do guys post their workout stuff online, right? It's just an accountability. Hey, dude, haven't seen your workout post. Dude, I'd love to post a workout post. Dude, I ain't got enough time to edit the thing and take the picture. And it's just, it's a pain, right? Hey, man, you might get a picture. There's all my crap. All right, great. But at the end of the day, it's a full-time job just working that. But this is just an easy way. Hey, man, take a picture of your page, stick it on there, boom. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I don't care what your numbers are, right? It's, are you making yourself better? And if you can use that as a tool to make yourself accountable and go, hey, man, I got my dry fire in, today. Maybe I'm shooting my goals to dry fire 3 days a week. Great. That's just another tool for you. And that's really what we're trying to do, is just drive that and just try to, get the word out there so people know. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Another great one, Rick. Pretty fun show. Crazy billboards going on out there in Cali. We'll keep an eye on that. So make sure you guys go out and check Warhog Words of Wisdom. I know Rick's going to do some. I did a Vantage Point. Go check that out. And again, go to Amazon and do a search, Firearms Training Notebook, and it'll pop right up. Matter of fact, just type in Rick Hogg, it'll pop right up. So, all right, guys. Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
Yeah, man.
And be safe out there, guys. All right, now.